be seated. Graduands, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of UMIST, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you here today as we meet in the Great Hall to confer degrees on graduands from the departments of Biomolecular Sciences, Chemical Engineering, Chemistry, Corrosion and Protection, Management, Materials Science, Mechanical, Aerospace and Manufacturing Engineering, and Process Integration. I would especially like to welcome all partners and families and friends who have supported our graduands, many of whom have travelled long distances to join us today in this day of celebration. I hope that during your visit to UMIST you will have a chance to look around our university and have the opportunity to spend some time visiting the many fine buildings and countryside in and around this vibrant city of Manchester. And please note that we've arranged for the rain to stop today on your behalf. To reach this stage on which I stand, all of our graduands will have had to overcome many challenges. Most obviously, there were the intellectual challenges of your degree courses. You have had to think hard and work hard. But there were also the personal challenges of your degree courses, coming to terms with new ways of learning, of studying, and of working. There were financial challenges. Today, students from all backgrounds depend increasingly on contributions from families, on loans, on income from employment, and we in the universities are increasingly concerned about the impact that this may be having on your studies. And finally, there are social challenges. Some of you have had to cope with the enormous challenge of coming from another country to live and study here in Manchester. Others with the perhaps more modest but no less real challenge associated with venturing north of Watford, perhaps for the first time, or even crossing to the wrong side of the Pennines. And all of you coping with the challenge of fending for yourselves. In these challenges, of course, you've been supported by many people, some of them here today, by your fellow students, by academic staff, but most of all by your families and friends. Some of you have come from far overseas to study here, as have your families to celebrate with us today. You make a particular contribution to the variety and richness of university life here on this campus, and you enable us to show to each other that there is more than one way to live the good life. We acknowledge the contribution of all of your supporters to see you make the transition from graduand to graduate. This great hall and the building in which we are in today dates to 1902, when it was opened by the Prime Minister of the day, Arthur Balfour. He proclaimed it at the time as the outward and visible sign of the awakening which has come over the people. But UMIST's origins go back considerably further, in fact to 1824, when a group of Manchester entrepreneurs met and decided to create the Manchester Mechanics Institution to meet the skills shortage caused by the world's first industrial revolution. Their purpose was clear: to promote the learning of scientific principles, but demonstrating the foresight that had already made them prosperous, they argued it was also vital to link that learning to work. This principle still remains one of UMIST's basic objectives, and it's why a recent survey of UK employers showed that UMIST and Cambridge are the most highly regarded universities for the employability of their graduates, a record that we have now maintained for the past 5 years. UMIST's contribution and importance to the economic and social well-being of the UK and of other countries worldwide has also recently been acknowledged by the Chancellor of the Exchequer. Speaking at UMIST last year, Gordon Brown MP said, "Founded early in the 19th century by the business community of Manchester, UMIST enters the 21st century a leading centre for scientific research, its links with business stronger than ever, promoting jobs and opportunity for the North West region and beyond." UMIST is very proud of the achievements of its students, and we take a particular interest in their careers and development. UMIST graduates can be found in all walks of life. They include, for example, Sir Terry Leahy, the Chief Executive of the UK's biggest employer, Tesco, and now the Chancellor of UMIST. The Right Honourable Margaret Beckett MP, Secretary of State for Food, Environment and Rural Affairs. Mr. T. Chi Hian, Singapore's Minister of Education. And in the past few years, businesses such as Rolls-Royce, Kingfisher, Nissan, Balfour Beatty, Colgate-Palmolive, BOC and Procter & Gamble have all had UMIST graduates at their helm. Another of our graduates is TV cook Sophie Grigson. This year she returned to UMIST to give a demonstration to students on how to cook on a shoestring. Her advice, by the way, did not include as a first line, first buy a tin opener. Sophie graduated in the early 80s with a degree in mathematics, so she not only knows her onions, but she can count them too. This last decade has been a particularly successful period for UMIST, and this has been reflected in the number of prestigious awards won by the university. These include, up until recently, 3 Queen's Prizes for higher education. Actually, last week we got a 4th of these Queen's Prizes, and no other university has won 4. We've also had 2 Queen's Award for Export Achievement, 2 Prince of Wales Award for Innovation, and the only ever Department of Trade and Industry Award for Technology Transfer. Last year, the research assessment exercise recorded that all of UMIST's academic departments were rated of national or international excellence for research, and 2/3 of UMIST's academic staff received an international excellence rating for the quality of their research. UMIST is currently building a new £30 million Manchester Interdisciplinary Biocentre to house scientists, engineers and technologists who are conducting research in the life sciences and into particular diseases such as cancer and Alzheimer's. One UMIST academic has recently developed software which has been incorporated into Windows 2000, which enables visually handicapped people to understand the information displayed on a PC screen. Why do I mention all of these research achievements? Not to boast, but to place in context the very significant achievement made by our graduates today. For not only have you contributed significantly to the success of UMIST, but in a world-class university of the highest standards, you have competed to obtain a place here, worked hard over a sustained period, completed numerous assignments, examinations and projects, as well as managing finances and giving time to plan your future career. Your achievement deserves the highest recognition. You are excellent examples of the sort of people we are proud to see as our graduates, and you are just the sort of people a modern society needs in order to thrive and flourish. Finally, I would like to wish you every success in your future careers and invite you to keep in touch with UMIST and with one another through the UMIST Association, the organisation for former students and staff of UMIST. As members, you will be invited to reunions and kept in contact with UMIST through the magazine Mainstream, which is issued twice each year. You will not escape us even if you come from overseas. Branches of the UMIST Association are found in many places around the world. Do keep in contact with us as well, and make sure we have the correct address to correspond with you and visit us whenever possible. So, to parents, to friends and supporters, thank you for coming to this special day. To graduates, congratulations on your success at UMIST, and thank you for your contribution to the life of this university. I hope very much that you have enjoyed your time here and that you will be happy and satisfied in whatever career and walk of life you now choose to follow. And can I remind you that after the graduation ceremony, there will be a formal photograph for graduating students. This will take place immediately after the ceremony in the entrance hall. And so, let us now proceed with the award of the degrees. The first graduate to be presented today is Professor Nee, who is to receive a doctorate of engineering. The doctorate is awarded to persons who have been deemed by the Academic Board of UMIST to have distinguished themselves as authorities in their field by their substantial and original contributions to the advancement of knowledge. Professor David Hayhurst will present Professor Nee.
Pro-Vice-Chancellor, ladies, gentlemen, graduates, I don't know how many of you watched the BBC Newsnight programme recently on education funding, in which Jeremy Paxman derided the UK university system for running courses in, amongst other things, knitwear technology. I can only assume that he or his researchers thought this was to do with grandmothers with knitting needles rather than the important aspect of textiles, which of course it is. It reminded me of the time a couple of years ago when UMIST elicited a lot of press interest in its Matador conference: manufacturing, automation and systems, technology applications, design, organization management, research. Tabloid journalists assumed it was something silly to do with bullfighting. One of the organizers of that important international conference stands before us. Not for the award of 2 ears and a tail or whatever you get in Spain after a bullfight, but the degree of Doctor of Engineering is being awarded for a career as distinguished as anyone who has graced laboratories, workshops, and lecture halls at UMIST. Professor Andrew Nee came to UMIST after a higher diploma in mechanical engineering in Hong Kong Technical College and took his MSc in machine tools in 1971, followed by a PhD 2 years later. That time span is not unusual for Professor Nee, whose career is distinguished by a work rate that astounds his contemporaries. After his postdoc here, he joined the National University of Singapore, where he has remained, taking his full chair in 1989. In this time at the National University of Singapore, he has been involved in most activities, from the onerous headship of the Mechanical Engineering Department to the director of the CAD/CAM Centre, the director of the Office of Quality Management, and Dean of Admissions. He's a guiding member of SERP, the premier international body for manufacturing, and led the 1994 SERP World Assembly in Singapore. But this incessant activity has scarcely impeded the flow of books, journal, and conference publications. The last 2 categories alone are fast approaching 300. His advisory board and editorial board memberships are well into double figures and range internationally from Hungary to Kansas and from Poland to Malaysia. Pro-Vice-Chancellor, not only has Andrew Nee a distinguished academic record, but as befits a modern professorial leader, he is closely involved in the entrepreneurial transfer of research into productive industrial development. His work on rapid prototyping is linked to the Sony Corporation. His work on the computer-aided design of metal stamping dies and plastic injection molds has led to the creation of a spin-off company of which he is chairman, and whose software systems has sold over 80 copies worldwide, which is substantial in that corner of the market. Pro-Vice-Chancellor, I present to you for the award of Degree of Doctor of Engineering, Professor Andrew Ye-Ching Lee.
Pro-Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the Academic Board, I present to you for the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Sean Damien Barson. Syed Ali Riza Bey Sadi. Carlos Ernesto Caicedo Martinez. Karlong Chung. Paul Anthony Cookson. Timothy Edward Fletcher. Benjamin Thomas Goult. Keith Darshanan Harshan. Zore Hujati Najif Abadi. Loreto Iglesias Rubianis. Apostolis Koutinas. Fang Liu. Dimitar Mladinov. Marji Motavali Bashi Nayini. Kayu Chul Namkung. Hania Navapur. Sadaf Nareen. David Renison. Christopher Michael Elwood Robinson. Derek Sandiford. Guido Sayer. Martin John Sellers. Mark Manfred Stang. Farid Vakili Tahami. Rachel Jane Warrington. Catherine Cara Woodwalk. Jian Wu. Weigua Shea. And for the award of the degree of Engineering Doctor, Simon Longdon. And for the award of the degree of Master of Philosophy, Dilip Damji Mandalia. Ning Zhang. and for the award of the degree of Master of Science by examination and dissertation in biomolecular archaeology, Philip Jonathan Rupert Roche. Emma Jane Wilson. In biotechnology, Wan Chi Chen. In environmental biotechnology, Panagiotis Bezerianos. In environmental technology, Sophie Paul Teresa de Lamberterie. Miriam Violetta Lara Dominguez. Carmen Sharak Leah Papadi. Varsha Siebaluk. Hakim Ibisam Nimi Sigunoki. Sturgiopoulos. Hin Young Tang. Demetrios Triantafilopou. In cheminformatics, Paul Robert Greenhalgh. Rabina Khan. Michael Ruffert. Derek James Sharp. Nakul Kavi Singh. And in corrosion science and engineering, Karela Abdul Salam. Khalid Mohammed Al Sharif. Efstathios Alex Akis. Talal Al Nabhani. Chanda Asi. Madeline Brown. Salem Farag Mohammed El Mari. Abdel Aziz Abdel Salem Garda Bu. William John Fraser. David Anthony Horner. Philip Thomas Lacey. Guma Ramar Othman. Syed Saeed El Syed Sadiq. Ndebusi Saranadi. Abdul Muttalab Suleiman. David Andrew Wadeson. In Accounting and Finance, this is a joint award with the University of Manchester. Vasiliki Athanasa Pu. Ying B. William Butt. Maria Charalambus. Yanis Ukas. Zing He. Shi Min Ho. Hong Quin Ho. David Can. Fatimat Lawal. Ho Yan Lee. Yia Liu. Lian Peng. Zheng Hui Q. Raheel Ahmed Sheikh. Linda Catherine Taylor. Yanling Zhang. Zhou Ying Zhang. And in finance, this is also a joint award with the University of Manchester. Sheikh Anizuka Aman. Honorary Robert Cedar. Theolitsu Dimitriou. Electra Joanna Dumas. Konstantinos Elma Oglu. Zhu Fei Geng. Athanasios Karmas. Supalak Kriang Kray Wanich. Lambros Lambrou. Jing Li. Jiang Liu. Yang Liu. Hoi Wing Ashley Nagai. Constantia Petridou. Kanwar Kunal Singh. Mike Strivens. Pankaj Tibrawal. Yi Jun Tu. Christos Tzifas. Hoi Kit Kevin Wong. Ling Yung Yang. Yin Hung Michelle Yen. And in advanced engineering materials, Azid Alizada. Wen Shu Tizeng. And in metallic and ceramic materials, Sharam Tok Am Arni. And in polymer sciences and technology, Rowan Marion Masterton. And in advanced manufacturing technology and systems management, Moid Salman Abu Mansour. Ali Liaquat. Kirian Thomas. Ketseya Vakar Anyuku. In impact and explosion engineering, El Mukhtar Saad Abbas Arbeya. In mechanical engineering design, Tommy Kai Ho Nagai. And in thermal power and fluids engineering, Orestis Kaloudis. Sekfan Inwar Pasha.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Pro Vice-Chancellor, I now confer degrees in absentia on those students unable to be present here today, who have, under the conditions set out by the ordinance or regulation, pursued the course of study so prescribed and have satisfied the examiners.
Could I ask everyone to stand, please?
May this university, through sound learning and by the advancement of knowledge, achieve its purposes in the service of the nation and the world. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our ceremony today.